This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. You know, say, we are read article, distressing. We are read article where a woman in a Hellenai, Hellenai. You know where she have with her husband, you know. She have 2 youth. One of them was about 5. The other one over 10. You know, I'm teen. The woman vexed with her husband, and according to the courthouse report, this is the courthouse report, it has said the woman stabbed the big one 100 times, and the little one she stabbed 50 times. Now, I don't know how them count. I don't know if she did a count when she did a stab them, but according to the report we come up in the courthouse, she stabbed one of the youth them 100 times and the other one 50 times. All because she vexed with her husband. No, I want to know now, within the level of my thinking, yes or no. You know, she says something has been done, or somebody's doing something to the human race. Yes. Now there's some things where we did have theory about over the years, and we see them in a science fiction movie and all them thing there, and we see people, scientific advancement come to bump. But some level of cruelty and wickedness where we are here about, you know, including the atmospheric disturbances where we say are going. When we know of these people do things where we change the psychology of the human being, and they might make cow, what them call it, double up cow, and call it them genes, them create a new genes in the cow, that the cow and the mother can become one. And me talk about woman now in relationship to the milk in the woman. And when we see that they make cow genetically, and when we see them have bird, have flu, the cow them get fed upon other cows, and them get mad. And it's years with them on a program I talk about. Before people talk about mad cow, we tell people, say, you know, say you have mad cow, and people say, Muta, you're mad if you talk about mad cow. You understand? But it's a normal thing now if you hear about mad cow. If you do a long time, you know, hear about mad cow, you know. That no means it's true, we not hear about it, it's not about, you know. Because what people feel, say, true, you not hear about this something, it's not really relevant again. But you have mad cow disease which still exists. And right now you have cows where it's fed on genetically modified corn, and is fed to us. We eat genetically modified cows. And we see right now, without a doubt, Jamaica supermarket is filled with all of these different experiments where America experiment with in them scientific laboratory. So when we look at now the aggression of the human species, you know, and when we look at how nature get aggressive, that you can't even predict again when it's rainy season. There was a time when you could have said May a rainy season, October rainy season, and all them thing there. Now you can't say that again. Because boom, you see right in November, you so now something terrible happen. You know, when we expect rain to fall in a certain time, the rain no fall, it come in at the unexpected time. So the man who plant him crop them now, he must just plant the crop and wish himself well and hopes in nature not come ramsack it. But it's human beings that create all these devastations. So when we look at how man go on now, school youth in a school, just take up a gun, walk go in a school and just fire shot and kill whole heap of people. And this are going enough in America. And then when we know, say, these people can alter behaviors based upon certain genes manipulation, and people don't want to accept or believe that. People don't want to accept or believe, say, right now, sometimes you hear all a flood, and it's not an act of nature. People lose say act of God. But it's man create disturbance in the atmosphere with them chemical germs and them chemical warfare. Maybe, a lot of these human beings who is doing these out of the way things are controlled, are being manipulated from different points of satellites and laboratories. I know it might sound far-fetched. But maybe we reach a stage now in a scientific advancement that we are now beyond sci-fi channel. Because when we used to watch these things, it was like a weird thing to it. Now we say a lot of the things them that we used to take and say a movie. And a really just movie, them things that they develop for a long time, but they don't put that in the movie make it see how you're going to react to it. But a lot of these things was developed from before all me born your son. And most of you who are listening to me did born. Just like how them have chips in a dog, you know. When I say chips, I don't mean potato chips. I mean microchip. Just like how you have computer now, where you have chip, where you put it on the computer and it have so much information on it that not even your brains can hold so much information. I mean, the computer, you have 1 tera. I mean, 1 tera, you have some hard drive, you know, where it's 1 tera, 2 tera, 3 tera. You know how much music you have per one of them tera. There are hundreds of thousands of music. Then per one of the tera them, or 2 tera. So you know, say, first time when a man used to walk up and down with a whole heap of box, beer box, a record, and a struggle with whole heap of man a coming at the dance with a box, a record. Him just put a hard drive in him top pocket. Little like a cigarette box. And him just walking at the dance with his computer and just plug that in. And any tune where you want to hear right by the tip of him finger, him just go so blam, blam, blam. And him just have that a run for you. So them have these microchips where store information. And not only information now, but them have microchips that they manipulate. Microchip that they manipulate. And we mentioned this already, that them have rent a car right now. We have chips in it that if you rent the car and if you carry it in 12 o'clock in the day, and you say you're gone in some weird place where you're not supposed to be, 12 o'clock come the car, they just lock down. It can't move. Them just steal from which part them, they look on all. You have some things where them call, you have some machine where what them call it, the camera. I mean, this is not no joke business because I see it. I mean, know to them have it in Jamaica. I never see it at Jamaica yet, but I know say it there at Jamaica. I have a bridge and have a store, right? And them have this camera in him store though. And me and him there, we over the other side of the city. And him just turn on him computer and I say, Muta, look how the woman sit down around the cash register and a customer in the shop and she not even notice the customer. When me I look on the computer, me I say right in the bread shop. This is something where me not ask somebody about it, me I tell you. Because maybe a man will listen to me now and I say, Muta, where you get them things there from? And a whole heap of people out there can verify what me I say. That me I looking at the brethren shop with the way over the other side of the town. Him shop, they are Queens. And with the way up at the top of Bronx, if anybody know how New York stay. And we are look on the people them and walk up and down in the shop and we are watch the daughter around the corner just sit down so. Now the nothing at all. And him just take up himself and just call her and say, look here, you know, so the customer wants some help. Why don't you help the customer? Right away watch him watch her. So you have, like right now, it not hard to solve a robbery case. Even in a London, when you go in a London, Can I remember years ago, this youth used to go a cast. And me and him used to talk certain things on the radio. And him talk, when him say him go to England now and him start work with some people who have some camera where look like your button. Believe you me, the camera them look like your button. And him bring some of them come show me. And me I say, so what them do them camera? Him say, boy, Muta, I tell you, sometimes you have to talk to a man, you know. And you don't know, but all them button is a camera and them take everything what you say and I do. And you have cameras. The city with the most street cameras right now is London City. Every corner, every cruise is a corner of London. You have camera where I take your picture. And not only that, no, you know, but this is serious, you know. Them have microphone in London where you can't, this is not James Bond movie me I talk about, you know. This is not sci-fi movie me I got Avengers movie. This is a real thing. Where you can't, this is not James Bond movie me I talk about, you know. This is not sci-fi movie me I got Avengers movie. This is a real thing. Them have microphone where them can stay up on top of a building. And you in at the center of Piccadilly Square, if anybody would know Piccadilly Square there, right? I make use like a Jamaican place. Them have camera where you can there, not camera, them have microphone where you can sit down on top of a building in a New Kingston and a group of people on the street and two people stand up in the street and talk to one another. And this microphone, listen to what me I say now, because it's not like me I tell, it's not a sci-fi thing, a real thing me I talk about. This microphone separate the sounds of the car them, separate the sound of the other people them and zoom in from where you and the person are talk about. This is not a sci-fi show we are dealing with now. This is a reality. The microphone them separate your reasoning with somebody. If them want hear exactly where you are on the street, it's so clean that you can go in a studio with it. When the man they done zoom in by you, there's something so clean that the man them just zoom in by you, hear everything where you say. Not to mention what you do. When for them camera ready for zoom in for you know. You touch all your pocket, man. Them zoom in just by your hand alone on your pocket. And you see exactly. You dial a number. You dial a number on your cell phone. And them man they just zoom in on your cell phone and see exactly which number you dial upon. Exactly the number where you dial. Them see exactly where you text. You read a text by your phone. And them have camera where, in the city me I deal with now, you know. Them have camera where zoom in on your text and can read your text. And then a joke business. So, why we have said that is to say this now, that I kind of paranoid with these people. And I know it may sound like a conspiracy theory, as people are that talk about conspiracy theory, but is it possible that there's a group of people out there right now that is experimenting with the human condition and the human psyche with what them call these microchips that them place in people? Because I read where them say that some of us already have microchips in us. And there will come a time when the government, from your birth, from your born, they will be placing microchips in you. So it will be mandatory for children to grow up with a microchip. But they're not going to tell you, because they're going to put the microchip inside of you with an injection needle. All right, yeah. They're going to put the microchip inside of you with an injection needle. So when you carry your picnic to hospital or when your baby born, them just take this injection needle and just microchip you. And you grow up that way. But them know, so them can control you with a satellite up in the sky and some laboratory somewhere in Seattle, in a Portland, Oregon, or somewhere in a Belgium, and them place there. Yeah, some Portland, Oregon place, them can control you. I am wondering if this is not something that is happening already, where they are now controlling human beings with these microchips that is placed in their body and manipulating the actions and the doings of these people. I really don't see it as a far-fetched idea. I just throw it out to the ones them who are listening. I don't feel it's a far-fetched idea that a lot of these things that is taking place right now is a manipulation of the human brains, not only psychologically, because you can easily carry a man in a psychiatric room and do some things to him and make him and distort him in reality and make him function as how you want him to function, like a zombie. Them don't already know how to do that. But them use them big brains to make you do things where you don't want to do, where you feel like say you are do it. And it's really you are do it, but it's not of your own will and intention. Serious times we're living in, and we're going to live to see so many other things. You hear them call it iPad, an iPad. The I did done there already. I long time I tell you about Rastafari, understand? So them did have to go say iPad, and iPad, iTunes. Everything is I. So them control way. So somehow them have to put no microchip in a way. And with the bad people, them put microchip in it. And nowadays, them could have put the microchip in all your food too. Because you have microchip was small enough to go in a needle, an injection needle. Tell them, say, Muta said that. You have microchip, we can go in an injection needle, where them can just juke you and say, boy, right now you have dengue fever. I know, nobody's scared, you know. You have dengue fever, so you need 2 injections. Yeah. Little more, you say, yeah, you get rid of the dengue, but guess what? You have an internal chip, and then the actions change. Your friend them I wonder, say, but I'm not the same person we know. And that go on in America. You think we are talking about that, so that go on in America. A whole heap of people get chip out. Not drunk out, chip out. Them are chip out a whole heap of people right now. And them know. Because we see it in their movie. And what I tell you about, why movie you watch so much movie? Yes, me's a movie fanatic. Me watch everything. Because me know, say, there are hidden messages in these guys' movies that them put there. And sometimes the message don't be hidden. Sometimes it's right in front of your face. Up close and personal, right in front of your face. Them put them things there in front of you. But through you watch TV now, you say, well, no go so. You better start taking it serious because you see it unfold right in front of your eyes and don't even realize what was once fiction in Hollywood is now the real thing I play out in a life. In a life. And most of them things there is the army. It's in the army. Them things they get created, you know, and them carry go test it out upon the civilian population. Because most of the time when them create these things, it's to fight, it's to create war, and how them can destroy them enemies. That is why them have these things. Most of it is weapons. But in order to deal with these weapons, them have to test it out upon the civilian population. So them find all a place, or them find all a little country, a little island, and then will create an earthquake or create a storm that devastates certain countries, or them will create a disease like where the doctor of death did that do. In South Africa, the doctor of death was creating viruses that only kill black people. It's a serious thing. This guy was creating viruses that only affect the genes of black people. When them tell you, say the whole of we are one. If the whole of we was one, how is it that a man can create a virus that only destroy African people? If the whole of we is one. If it destroy African people, and then them show you too, them show you say you have certain disease that only affect black males, and black male is a serious word. Certain disease affect, we have certain disease that white people are already dead from, and you have white people disease that black people hardly get. It's so it go. Even though them tell you say the whole of we is one. And this doctor of death in South Africa was putting all anthrax in a t-shirt. ANC t-shirt. Them used to put anthrax in an ANC t-shirt and distribute it. And him admit it in the Truth and Reconciliation that Bishop Tutu organize for people come forward and declare them on that them can get forgiveness from the nation. This guy come forward and declare, say, look here, yes, him used to make certain things, viruses that affect only black people in South Africa. The other day, there was a report that them was developing, well, them people are dangerous, you know. Them was developing, what them call it? Them was developing something, a portion. They was developing a portion that caused the men in Iraq to become gay. It sounds funny, don't it? It's true. It's true. They was experimenting on a portion that would cause the soldiers to be gay. I have it on my computer there. Where the army did that do. Them develop certain things, but you want to know. You not going to know, say you get it, you know. Because all them are going to bring it to you is through food, through clothes, through the air where you breathe. Look on in a desert storm. A disease did hit the American soldiers, them in a desert storm, that them go back home. And it's only them that have the disease. Only the American soldiers them did have the disease. And guess what? Is the American government was doing it to them own American soldiers. That when the soldiers them come home and have this thing, them let it out and said it was an experiment. Have you ever heard of the Tuskegee experiment? The Tuskegee experiment, which was exposed by a black woman. The Tuskegee experiment, they injected 300 black men with syphilis. Experiment, they injected 300 black men with syphilis virus. Go back, go read these things. Go black, go read these things. Go by your internet, go find out what me I talk about. If you feel it's lie, me I tell. Bill Clinton apologized. Bill Clinton apologized for the Tuskegee experiment that was put up on black people, where 300 black men was injected with syphilis. There's an experiment where they injected virus in the rats in black communities in Philadelphia. And this was to test, we say, the immunity of black people against this virus in these rats. Because them know, say, this community full of rat. So what them do, inject the virus in the rat them and say, if it bite a youth in the ghetto of America, what would happen? And the effect of it, the long-term effect on it, of it. These things is recorded. These things is not Muta Baruka, the madman, barefoot Rastaman attack. This thing is a serious thing. when we look on the experiments that they use and they conduct on people that is supposed to be people, human beings, you wonder what manner of people are these that could do such thing? How could they do these things? And then they put it off like say it's a Hollywood fantasy. Not no Hollywood fantasy. It's a real thing. Because then now you come hear about it in them scientific books. If you read them certain scientific journals, that's why I say you're supposed to read everything. Read everything. Sometimes you look at it in a Playboy magazine. If you can bypass the naked woman at the middle. If you can bypass the naked woman at the middle. Because me not a Christian, right? Me don't have no righteousness to the point where me go see a naked woman and I think and I say, no, me not read a book. Then me take up the magazine. I say, when you're going at the magazine, you see some article in there. One time I read a Playboy magazine, I see them a feature Pablo Moses, not Pablo Moses, Augustus Pablo in it. I say, wow, Playboy magazine a little synopsis for Augustus Pablo. I say, yes, Augustus Pablo, you're big. Playboy magazine, I talk about Augustus Pablo. Muta in a airport, I'm sitting up in the magazine stand there. I read the magazine that me feel so embarrassed that me just take up all two and bite. I never really want it. Because I see some article in some of them magazine that if me never send up the magazine stand, I wouldn't see them. Because normal people in a Jamaica don't really go read magazine unless it have Nicki Minaj, the Ali Belly. That's how I try to read magazine, you know. If it have some hairstyle, we look like it shoot gone out there, so like giraffe and all of them say, wow, look on a hairstyle, I want to complete, you know. Tear out the page, give me. I saw them do it. When we are read magazine, we read the things them where I say, but wait, at this time I go on with Rasta. Look what the people them are going with in Arota. Serious thing. War weapons is what it is all about. It's how to dominate and manipulate not only people but places and things. We see they already make bombs that kill people and leave building. Them call it a neutron bomb. That make years ago. Imagine a man sit down in a mentality to make a bomb that only kill people but leave the building them. This is what these people sit down and configure in them warp mind, warp thinking. So when them look on all black people now is like nothing, useless eaters. Them will not serve no purpose. So experiments is nothing to put on people, not only black people, but brown people. And when we look on all these wars, it always come with something else. Them people don't just create a war in your country and left it so, you know. Them left things in there will affect you psychologically and physiologically. It affects you. Watch what you're giving your children to eat. Watch what you're wearing. Because these things is the closest things to us in this time here. What we eat and what we wear. And weapons. Our food can be a weapon of our food can be that weapon of massive destruction. Our food can be the weapon of massive destruction. Our clothes can be that weapon of massive destruction. So when we are looking for a gun sometimes and a bomb for drop, them people are smarter than that now. Wars will be fought not with bombs and with guns, but with the mind and the technologically advanced and the person who have the most information. Because it's all about information. People who have the least information rely on what they call inspiration. And if you don't have no information, your inspiration will come from superstition. And that we are saying, no. We are saying that if you don't have no information, you will need inspiration. But the person with the most information will have been inspired because of the accumulation of information. And the lack of information does not deter one from being inspired. But what we are saying is that the lack of information causes your inspiration to be filled with superstition. And superstition cannot get us anywhere more than deeper and deeper into the craziness and the deluded mind. And that is what really happening here now within this world of scientific advancement and technological advancement. We are so bogged down in superstition and superstitious behaviors perpetuated to us by the colonial masters and by our need to believe and think into some fantasies outside of us, that we refuse to act on our information. We refuse to use the information that is presented to us to form calculated, serious analysis of things that is taking place around us and in us. We have to move the superstitious nature and the superstitious belief that we have over the years, for maybe hundreds of years, we have it, and get down to serious thinking, serious analytical thinking. So, watch what you're wearing. Watch where what you're wearing come from. Watch the food that you're eating, because it's not only diabetes, it's not only all the little disease them where you see belly ache, small disease, that uncomfortable. You have some little things will happen to you where it uncomfortable, it don't really cause, serious, death. It's not like it will cause death. But the pain and the agony of having it is terrible. It's like a cold, I mean, cold, most of cold never really kill you, but you don't really want to have a cold, because it causes so much coughing and you have to spit out cold and your nose are run and everything. You don't really want to have cold, even though cold most of the time is not detrimental. But then again, really, when we look on what is taking place in the earth now, coal is minor to certain little things that like the distortion of our consciousness, the distortion of our thinking, what they manipulate our minds to believe, and how they make us view reality and their reality. And we wonder how we come to know or believe things what we believe when it's not really we want to believe it, but they manipulate our mind to believe what them want you to believe. And guess what? You believe it. So when you hear the reality, it sounds like the fantasy. And when you hear the fantasy, it sounds like the reality. So them obviously an illusion, and we can't use the illusion because we don't know how to use illusion to make it become real for us. It's the thing with it is that if we didn't know it's an illusion and then use it as an illusion, it wouldn't be a problem. But we start to believe that the illusion is real, and we accept it as such. So the preacher can come and tell you something which is total illusion, but the way in mind control, there's a mind control thing that happen, that him control your mind so much that you start to accept what him tell you as real. Look on most of the things that Jamaican people believe in and see if it have any reality in it. A dream. And them don't know how to make them dream become reality. You see, them don't know how to focus dreams. Them don't know how to focus thoughts. Because if you could have just focus your thoughts and focus your dreams, you would have make it manifest into reality. We don't understand how when you eat food and just the appearance, just the look of the food, create a certain feeling and certain dignity inside of you. Just the appearance of food. I mean, we are talking about all red, gold, and green. I mean, people might have said, well, Rasta color, but it gone deeper than just Rasta color, the red, gold, and green. It gone all in your food, you know. When you eat your food, I see red, gold, and green in it, you know, like something red, something gold, something green. It's a total different aura and vibration your food that you have. It sends a certain vibration, like you and your food become, it's like an experience. Your food is an experience. If you eat, if you in your plate, you see pure white in your plate. It's like, it's a different experience. Total different. You eat your food and only white in the plate. It's a total different experience. You have to color it. Some colors have in there, red, little gold, little green. Put little carrot, little greens in there, or something, little tomato, and make it have these colors. Just like on people, where if you look on how people eat food, the meat brown and the rice white. There's no horror. There's no karma that is expressed in the food, and your food supposed to have a certain expression in it. When you eat your food, it's not supposed to taste good. It's supposed to look good, because sometimes it tastes good and it's not good for you. Sometimes your food bitter and it's good for you. But the looks can deceive you. So sometimes looks is better than to taste. And people say looks deceiving. Well, not in the food. Because really and truly, you can't tell your food not good for you by looking upon how the food look. Just how the food look, you know that food is not good for you. Just trust me. If a man cook up a whole heap of chunks with some rice and he put it in a plate, you know that food is not good for you. Because it don't have no color, it don't have no, it don't appeal to your eyes. It don't appeal to your eyes. And your eyes is the window to your soul. It's so it go. Your mouth is the window to your belly. So when you look, your food have to look good. That is why when you look on all these culinary artists in certain countries, man, when you look on them, when you look on the table, when them design up them food, man, it's so colorful, and that's why the tropical countries are so sweet. That's why Jamaica so sweet. Jamaica's sweet because it's colorful. You go Portland and you go St. Elizabeth and you go to use different colors. You go St. Anne, you are St. Anne. You know, you look in a garden. You know, when you look at your garden, you see different colors and different flavors, man. Don't make them trick you. Because them don't trick you already. Wake up. Wake up to this reality. This is not just talking. This is real thing we are working with us now. We are saying, yes, some of you might have the microchip already, but we have to know, say, the microchip that work, because it's not an illusion. So if you know, say, microchip about the place, and if you know, say, certain things that work psychologically, you can get for counter it. And we are telling you now, say, we need to counter these things, because politicians now going to tell you about no microchip, tell you about say a foolishness. Yes, the microchip in them computer. And they say, well, if the microchip in your computer, why can't in you? Politicians now going to tell you about microchip, but the microchip, they will put it in them dog, because them love them dog, and them don't want them dog run go down the road and can't get found, a man thief your dog. And now them have microchip in a dog where if you live at Kingston and a man thief your dog and can't go a man to go be, you know, the central location where the thing there, just like guardsmen and them people there, who, if you're there in your yard and you're sick, you just have a button, or if thief in your yard, And you see the thief, them there, you just press the button. And them just look, boom, and them say, yes, that and that. See there? Them just follow which party there, right away. Minutes. You see them there in your yard. Thief are going to have problem little more for rob place, people yard, you know. Because people are going to have things on them yard. You press the button. As the thief jump over the gate, so and you see him and you go so boom and press the button. Before him come at your window, you have the security guard there, so. This is how advanced the thing is. Them have a whole system of television network go on, electronic network in front of them. And them have stations where them say, you live at that yard, you pay how much money to get the security. Thief come at your yard, you press button, you're sick. You have a old somebody in your house, and them sick, you just press the button, few minutes, you see ambulance come. That they are America, that they are Jamaica. They are Jamaica already. You understand? We know say they are Jamaica. So it's not like a far-fetched thing we are talking about. Maybe poor people now have the facility and the way to do these things, but trust me, poor people, if they are Jamaica, rich people have that in them yard long time. Grandmother sick, in the middle of the night, them them just press a button and you see ambulance at them yard. Simple. Thief jump over them fence, them go so boom, press a button. Security guard there, they shot two thieves. You know, see the thief, I wonder how come them know see them there. You understand? So it go. So, we don't want it to be in the dark. We don't want it to feel like, say, we just attack because Muta can talk them things, but it's real we attack, real thing. Real thing we attack about. And we have to get hip to it. This technological age is not just texting and jumping for your computer to find out if them arrest this artist or that artist. It's about information. Because as we say, and we're going to say it again, information is very important for inspiration. And inspiration without information leads to superstition. And that is what them have within for years. This superstitious idea that is beyond reality. Cutting edge, RFM.